Hello. Today I'm taking you along on what my average morning routine looks like from once I actually drop off my kid at daycare and I get home, and I have about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours till I actually have to log on because I do work remotely at home. So let's take you along on what an average morning looks like when there is over 30 chickens to tend to, a house to clean and keep upkept, and a garden full of veggies to make sure that we are watching over weeding and watering. Now, time is quite limited. I actually hit the grocery store this morning, so I'm running a little bit later than usual. I'm gonna bring in the groceries, get them into the cabinets, into the fridge, and we'll start off our morning. Come on. I was able to get everything in one walk. The power of working out. Groceries are put away. Now let's go head out and take care of some of our homesteading tasks. Now, the real reason I am showing you this is to show you that you can live a very normal life and still get fresh eggs every morning and still grow a lot of your own food without it taking away from your entire day. And it's really important that if you do want to be more self-sufficient, that you know that it doesn't have to be your entire life, but you can just do small actions every single day and they'll add up to eating better foods, eating less processed foods, and being able to actually sustain yourself in your own backyard. Now, we'll talk through a few tips and tricks to make sure that everything goes really smoothly and why I do a lot of the things in the morning, but also there are things that I do throughout the day. Working from home does definitely help, but you can do a lot of these things without that as well. So we'll put back my grocery bags. We are in a state that no longer offers any plastic bags. I don't know if that's everywhere. We don't offer any bags, so I've been using reusable bags for quite a while. It's just become a part of my day by now. Okay, let's go. The first thing that I do once I go outside in my morning chores is actually watering my garden. Now, it's really important that you're watering your garden every single day unless Mother Nature is getting in some rain. And even then, just check and see how much rain, because a lot of your veggies and fruits are gonna need daily water, especially if they're annuals, some of those veggies. Now, why do I water in the morning, and when is the best time to water? I like to think of watering as you really want to be watering your plants anytime where it's not the middle of the day or extreme heat. So I usually water it in the morning, and then in the hotter times of year, think like July and August, I'll even do a second watering at night, and sometimes Chris will actually do the second watering. So I'll man the mornings and then he does the night waterings. We both really enjoy watering our plants. It's quite meditative and it's exciting because you get to see all of the little sprouts every single day. Now, the way that we water our plants, we actually do a rain collection system off of our barn where our chickens live. So all the rainwater is collected. We have a very large 40-foot barn, so a lot of water is collected, and we have a bunch of barrels collecting the water. So we have a really great amount of natural rainwater that we use to water our plants. I think if we water them with our own hose, we would run our well dry on a daily basis. So having a water collection system is clutch, and I'll include how we actually built it. We did a whole video on that down below in case you're interested in learning how to do that as well. I'm also going to water myself, and I bring my own water bottle out so I can also get some watering done. But let's go ahead, get our hose going, and start watering our plants. Not collecting, I don't know what I'm thinking. It's still kind of morning. Just finished up with watering all the plants. I have still a good amount of time left, although it does take a pretty long time to water plants, especially if you have a larger garden. I think if there's a way that you can automate watering, that is the dream. I wish that we had a more automated system, but we currently do not. So I just have to enjoy everything that we have. Now, other things that I do while I'm watering, and you may have seen, is I will try to go in and actually start to weed. So if I can do it while I'm in the garden watering, I will also do that. And I also am always taking looks at the growth of our plants and helping them in any sort of way. So example, here I have some snap peas. While I'm in this garden bed, I'll go ahead and just help them with their climbing here. This way they'll grow to the exact way that we want. They're still quite small, so not too much I can do here, but I'll just kind of promote it and weed the bed. And I find that if you just do a little bit of weeding every day, it just helps minimize the weeds, one, and if there are weeds, it makes it harder for your plants to grow. It also just generally doesn't look great. And not only that, but it makes it easier to do if you're weeding along the way, and also just taking a look at your plants, looking at the state of them, making sure that if there's room, maybe some didn't sprout, that you can go ahead and add more seeds in there or take advantage of what you got going on. Some other things you might notice is, one, right beyond that fence right there are our chickens. So I will usually pick the weeds, throw them in a bucket, and pass them on to our chickies so that they can also enjoy them. If I'm just in a hurry, then I'll just throw them onto the ground, and it's just easier that way. Another thing that I think is really cool that we're doing, one, we have a propagation station. You might be able to see some of the buckets back there. This is where we're going to be actually propagating a bunch of trees, and we are going to be trying to get a greenhouse structure this year so that in the winter we can keep them out here, but we want to start propagating some trees and being able to add our own trees into our land, as well as we do start seedlings inside of one of our beds, which you can see right here. This is a great strategy for successional planting, as well as if you don't have a greenhouse, it just kind of keeps everything in one area. You can easily water and get everything done in one general area. We are also going to be putting a little section up moving forward to block out any wind, and hopefully do a mini kind of hoop house for them to lock in some of the heat. We just haven't built that out this year yet, but something that we're working on and just trying to make things easier for ourselves. Now for our chickies, I like to collect eggs on a daily basis. I say early and often is the best way to collect eggs, because it just ensures that none of your eggs are going to break, and you're cleaning them out quickly, really just so that they don't get dirty or break. And then if one breaks, then they get dirty. I also check their feed, make sure they have enough feed. Usually we're filling up their feed around 2 times a week. And then I will also check on their water. We usually do this every week to every other week, depending on the weather. If it's the heat of summer, we're doing it a lot more. Whereas in the winter, or just cooler days in the fall and spring, we're not really doing it as much. Now, my chickies know that it is time to eat, and they're starting to form around me. So let's go ahead, collect their eggs, and fill their feed. For the most part, our chicken's already free range, so it's already open, but if it's a nice day, I'll open up this barn door for them, just get some good circulation into their coop. It's gonna be around 70 today, so it's gonna be a beautiful day. This will be a nice way to air it in. And then this week, since we're actually in the spring, I am going to be cleaning out their coop. Not really the most exciting task, but we do deep littering in our coop, so one time a year, we'll clean it out, put in some new fresh bedding, and then we try to upkeep it all year. But that's really all of my morning tasks. I do actually need to get into work, so I will leave you at that. But as you can see, within an hour, I'm able to really water all of our plants, 10 for our chickens. They really didn't need any food or water today, so really just collecting some eggs. I'll probably come in midday, collect some more eggs, and it's pretty easy to tend for chickens. Now, if you do not work from home, you can collect in the morning, collect after work, and really not worry too much. But I hope you know that it is really easy to tend for your own chickens, have your own garden, and grow your own food. Stay tuned because we're going to be sharing so much garden content and raising chickens. We're going to be getting some new chickens, some turkeys, and so much more. So you're definitely going to want to subscribe so you can be a part of this journey. Thank you so much, and see you again next time. Bye.